Hey guys, welcome back to another bonus episode of Let's Play Super Smash Bros. For the Wii U. In today's episode, we are going to be looking at the first of the last DLC package for this game. I know, we've come full circle and everything. We have one last set of DLC to look at. We're going to be looking at the first set, which is Corrin, if you guys couldn't tell. Corrin is the main character of the new Fire Emblem game, Fire Emblem Fates. Now, there were two characters that were released in this DLC package, as well as you guys can see on the screen right now, lots of Mii costumes, lots of trophies, lots of music, lots of all this other stuff that I just bought with this DLC package. But this is the last one. There's not going to be any more DLC coming on after this, so these are going to be pretty much the last videos of the playthrough. The last videos I do for Super Smash Bros. For this game. But as you guys can see, there's a lot of freaking stuff that I just unlocked by buying all these. But Corrin was the first character that was revealed in the last Smash Direct that happened in December, and Bayonetta was the second. We'll be taking a look at Bayonetta in the next episode. But for right now, we're going to be doing a classic run-through, like I do with every DLC character. We're going to be doing a classic run-through with Corrin. So, I recorded this, obviously, when the day that this game came out, or this DLC came out. So, we're going to be going into classic mode, so let's go into games and more. And then we're going to go into solo, the new classic. Now, Corrin is a lot different than your regular Fire Emblem character. I know a lot of people have been griping and complaining that there's too many Fire Emblem characters in Smash Brothers. Well, Corrin is a lot different than the other Fire Emblem characters. Most Fire Emblem characters kind of have very similar traits to them. Corrin really doesn't. He's kind of in his own his own breed of character, kind of like Robin in a sense. Yes, he uses a sword, but you know what? He does a lot of other things too. Now, Corrin, like I said, it comes out. He comes from Fire Emblem Fates, which is the brand new Fire Emblem game, and it just released yesterday, actually, the day I recorded this. So it wasn't even out here in the States yet before this DLC came out. Now, Corrin is part dragon, and as you guys can see, that's his counter. He turns into a giant dragon and causes mass mayhem. Now, one thing with Corrin, he does have a projectile. If you hold the B button, he will do a water shot out of his dragon mouth, and if you do side B, he will do a spear, and it will do a lunge attack, and it will hit the opponent, and sometimes it'll stick into the ground, and then you can follow it up with a kick and whatnot. Now, if you hold your smash attack, yeah, see, like that was the lunge right there with his dragon fang, and it's actually pretty cool, and I like that move. I'm gonna tell you right now, Corrin's become one of my favorite characters now. I really like playing as Corrin. He's really, really good. But honestly, if you push the smash attack, Corrin will do a dragon fang attack, which was just, a giant spear right in someone's face. And, if you push side B, he will lunge that spear into the ground, and sometimes stick it into the ground because of that. He will stick a foe in a place and whatnot. And then, like I said, you can follow it up with a kick and everything else. His up B is pretty cool, too. It was like a Dragon Ascend, and it's a really strong, powerful up B too, and I like it. And of course, his counter is he transforms into a dragon, and it counters. It causes like a ginormous shockwave on the ground, and it'll pretty much insta-kill almost anything. It's like really powerful counter. It's probably the most broken counter in the game. But that's pretty much Corrin in a nutshell. Yeah, he can do a projectile attack, and I really like that. And you can also, do a combo if you, attack with it, and he has, a chainsaw sword. The sword he has is a chainsaw sword. So if you combo, you can like do some chainsaw attack damage and everything else. And I love it. Corrin is, like I said, he's one of my favorite characters that came out just recently. Now, I know a lot of people, especially, you know, I know this is probably going to be the unpopular opinion. I didn't really care for people complaining too much that Corrin was revealed in Smash Brothers because he is another Fire Emblem character. Fire Emblem now has 6 reps in Smash Brothers form. This does not bother me at all because Fire Emblem is actually one of my favorite franchises in Nintendo. I would say next to Metroid and Pokemon, Fire Emblem is my 3rd favorite franchise in the series, in the whole entire, you know, company. I love this franchise a lot, and honestly, them seeing as much representation as I did, it makes me happy because Fire Emblem is, it was so niche before. It was, I hate using niche as a word, but it was so niche before it came over here, and thanks to Melee, it became popular. It was becoming like a popular, you know, a story that if it wasn't for Melee, we probably wouldn't have Fire Emblem in the States. And they sold Fire Emblem starting with Fire Emblem 7, and they, you know, sold 7, 8, 9, and 10, and everything else. And then they released 11. And after 11, they had, oh, here's Corrin's Final Smash. I'm gonna show you this off. This is pretty cool. I like this Final Smash a lot. You have to get close to him. Brah. Do a Hydro Pump attack. I love that. That is so cool. He's a giant dragon. He does Hydro Pump. But I think it was Fire Emblem 11, which was Shadow Dragon on the DS. It was a remake of the first Fire Emblem game. And then I think Fire Emblem 12, if I can remember correctly, it wasn't released over here. And I think it was because the series was starting to go on the very, very bad decline. And I might be having my info mixed up. If anybody is free to correct me on this, feel free to correct me in the comment section. But Fire Emblem 12, I think, didn't do very well. And Fire Emblem 13, which was, you know, Awakening, was Intelligent Systems' last attempt at Fire Emblem. If Fire Emblem Awakening did not sell well, they weren't going to make another Fire Emblem game. And lo and behold, Fire Emblem Awakening sold lots and lots of copies. And because of that, we got Fire Emblem Fates. And I've played a little bit of it. I saw footage of it. It came out yesterday. Everybody's saying this game is a wonderful game. And honestly, I'm really happy for it too. Now, I know Fire Emblem Fates has 2 copies of the game, and, you know, it's just based on personal preference and everything, but I honestly would suggest you guys picking up Fire Emblem Fates, because Fire Emblem is such a wonderful series, and I love it to death. Them having 6 reps in Smash Brothers doesn't bother me, when we have 6 reps from Pokemon, 9 reps from Super Mario Bros. Yes, I know, Super Mario Bros. Kind of is the biggest franchise in Nintendo. They deserve more reps. But, you know, what's wrong with having 6 Fire Emblem characters? Because at the end of the day, and I know a lot of people complain about this. I know a lot of people complain in the Smash community about this, but when people say stuff like Lucina was a wasted slot, and I'm just like, Lucina was additional and stuff I've read too. If we didn't have Lucina, we wouldn't have had that slot. People need to stop saying, "Oh, well, you know, we would have had another fighter fill in Lucina." No, it doesn't work that way. Sakurai's even said that. He says it doesn't work that way. If you didn't have Lucina, you didn't have an extra slot. You just didn't have Lucina. But I use Lucina as a fact because she's kind of a clone. She's a really, really obvious clone of Marth. Even more than Roy here. But I think Fire Emblem having 6 reps is not a bad thing. Especially since Fire Emblem Fates was just coming out when the last DLC was being developed. I think it's appropriate that they try to advertise the new game with a new character for Smash Brothers. So, honestly, that's just my stance on it. I know a lot of people probably think differently than I do. But, like I said, when Legend of Zelda has 5 reps, Pokemon has 6, Mario has 9, it's just like, what's wrong with one other series having a lot of reps? Especially one that's just how Sakurai wants it. He wants to have characters be from like recent stuff, and when he makes characters from Smash Brothers. So this makes sense that Corrin was added to Smash Brothers because, well, his game is just coming out. And it makes perfect sense, but I know I'm probably preaching to the choir, and that's pretty much it in a nutshell. As you guys can see, there's not much to talk about. I already talked about Corrin's moveset and everything. And I managed to stick him with that Dragon's Lance right there. I thought that was freaking awesome. I managed to get him and launch him off of there. There has been a couple new stages too, and I forgot to mention this. There's new stages that were added to Smash Brothers. We saw one. It was the Super Mario Maker stage. The Super Mario Maker stage actually, changes shapes during fight. No Mario Maker stage is the same every time you play. It's always different. I think that's pretty cool. We got a bunch of N64 stages coming back, and we just got the Ryu had the stage come with him. It was Suzaku's castle. I think I might have showed it off. I can't remember. Cloud got a new stage too when he came. He got Midgar. I think I might have showed that too. It had a really cool gimmick too with, summoning and everything. You get summoning Final Fantasy summons. And Corrin didn't get a stage though. He just got remixes on the Arena Fairnox stage from Fire Emblem Awakening. But the new character, Bayonetta, got a new stage too, which we'll be taking a look at in the next episode. So, be mindful of that. And I was trying to get there. I was like, oh, the Dragon Ascent did not work. But yeah, we got a lot of new stages, and honestly, and I'll probably say this in the next upcoming videos, but this being the last DLC for this game, I really am this is really bittersweet for me, because one thing in particular I was so happy about was the hype for Smash Brothers when it first came out. I would always watch videos and everything else of people reacting to characters being announced and stuff like that. And honestly, I'm gonna miss it until Smash 5 comes out. But it's just bittersweet because I really enjoyed the mystery of what's gonna be coming into one of my favorite series to play. It's just a bittersweet moment. It's just sad to see that we're not gonna have any more content added to Smash Brothers. This is it. The full roster has been revealed. No more DLC coming out. The fact that we got DLC in this made me happy too. I was really happy about that because we got more content even after the game came out. More reasons to get excited. And I know DLC is such a shifted practice nowadays, but I really like that. I know this episode's been just more or less me ranting on about stuff. But now we're at Master Hand, the Crazy Hand. I still haven't lost yet. I'm really surprised by this. I have not lost once with Corrin. And I was like, holy cow. I think I might be able to beat this on 7.5. This is a brand new character I've never even played before. I was really happy with this run. But now, let's go ahead and take on the Master Core. Attack it. I was trying to dodge there because I've fought the Master Core I don't know how many times, especially trying to beat it on 8. And one of the episodes that we did in this playthrough, of me trying to actually get the Master Fortress to show up, fighting Master Core has become a little bit easier for me because I can kind of predict a lot of this stuff. Of course, when I jump into stuff like that, I'm not proving my case very well. But fighting Master Core has become a little bit easier, especially when I'm trying to actually like beat this on 8. I still have not beaten this game on 9 difficulty yet. I still am going to try it. I have, as of right now, I've gotten like 105 challenges out of 140 done. And now I'm just on the really, really hard stuff. I know I probably should be recording that, but do you really want me to get more mad than I am already? I actually had to redo my file for this. And I had to redo all the event matches again. But this time, with my event matches, I did them all on the intense difficulty. And I'll tell you what, I was not a happy camper with most of those. But now we're on the sword phase right now. His attack patterns got a lot easier to predict and everything. Know when to dodge and everything else. When he gets close to you, he's going to do that. You can, sidestep most of this. And then I always counter whenever the sword slams down. That's usually what I always go into this fight with a bunch of counter characters, and fighting Master Core with a counter character is kind of really easier. But now we're on our doppelganger. Trying to use Dragon Fang. And then using my water shoot out my hand attack. I do really like that Corrin has a projectile. That kind of makes up for the fact that he only uses his sword. And he doesn't really even use his sword. He uses a lance out of his hand. I do like that. Trying to kill this guy. Get him off of here. Because I was like, I want to beat this on 7.5. That's pretty cool that I beat it on 7.5 my first attempt. The highest I've ever gotten in this game was like 8.5. I cannot beat 9. I still have to beat it. But then again, they made this game's classic mode a lot harder than the previous one. See, there's that chainsaw attack I was talking about. If you hold the charge button, you do a chainsaw attack. And then you can kind of just, do your Dragon Fang attack. I always thought that was pretty cool. But anyways, let's go ahead and kill the Master Core. Trying to get him off of the stage here. Trying to build up as much damage, and pow! Dragon Fang. But there we go, guys. We've beaten this game on 7.5 with Corrin. I was really, really surprised with this run because this is a brand new character I played, and my first attempt playing this got him to 7.5. Now, granted, I know Smash Brothers has simplistic commands and everything. Every character plays the same commands when, fighting and everything. But every character is different, too. There we go. I still have to beat a lot of classic modes with a lot of people. I'm going to eventually, because I'm going to be trying to get those challenges done. But let's go ahead and take on this last challenge. One thing I really like about this right here is an homage to something. And if you do this mini game right here, you'll notice something oddly familiar with it. Especially if you're going to get Fire Emblem Fates eventually. This is the promotional artwork for Fire Emblem Fates. Just using Smash Brothers characters. I thought that was pretty cool. I've seen this promotional artwork all before with, Nor being on one side and Hoshida being on the other. Hoshida, I'm sorry. Not Hoshida. Hoshida on one side and Nor being on the other. It's pretty cool. And it's just they use the Smash Brothers one. I think if I remember correctly, Sakurai said he's a big fan of Fire Emblem. That's one reason why he uses a lot of Fire Emblem characters in Smash Brothers. And I don't blame him, honestly. But there we go. We beat Corrin. We have one more DLC character to look at, and that's the last one that was revealed in the December Smash Direct. So we'll be able to get, hopefully, this all done here soon. What I plan to do is after this one, we're going to be doing that last DLC character, which is Bayonetta. And then after that, I'm going to do one more video for Smash Brothers. And then we're done with this playthrough officially. I have one more last challenge I want to do for myself for this playthrough. I'm trying to get the last little bits here. Like this 99.06. Get it? There we go, 100%. But as you guys can see, this is just a recreation of the promotional artwork for Fire Emblem Fates. I love this. Using Smash Brothers characters. But yeah, I have 2 more videos after this. I have the next DLC character, and I have one last challenge I want to do for myself for this series. And whenever that's all done, we will be done with Smash Brothers for the Wii U and the 3DS altogether. And honestly, it's been a long ride, and I love that everybody was enjoying this playthrough, honestly. You see the dragon, the first dragon with Arceus there. I always like that ending. But anyways, guys, that was that playthrough. And next time we meet in Smash Brothers 4, we are going to be doing a playthrough with the newest newcomer, Bayonetta. So with that, I will see you guys in the next episode.